Hello and welcome. Now in this video, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna take another Android development diagram that will be very handy for you, ladies and gentlemen. So this will be related to the design. Okay, so as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Here we have the first point where it says each XML or the design file create from views or components that make our app design. So ladies and gentlemen, this is really important. So first of all, we have the activity, then we have the XML file, and each XML file actually created by something called them a views or a component, okay, that make our application or our design. So ladies and gentlemen, the XML file, it's actually we can make our own XML file by adding views, by adding components that will make our design. For example, the views, here we have views are a component and we use them to add something to our app like text, images, buttons, videos, so on and so forth. Now with that in place, let's get started to show this stuff inside Android Studio. Okay, so I'm gonna open my Android Studio, going back to an XML file. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, here we have our XML file. Now the XML file, here we have it empty, but of course we do not want it empty like this, okay, because it's not a practical thing, or we have it empty. So we need to add something to it, and here we have the palette which contain all the views or the components that we can add. And essentially the views, it's just like, for example, text, images, buttons, videos, for example, switch, scroll view, whatever, a lot of stuff that we can add, okay, ladies and gentlemen, maps, so on and so forth. And here we have the palette which contain all the views that's available with Android system, and we have here we have this version of Android Studio, this latest version of Android Studio. They have really a great way of organization the view for us. For example, here we have the common tab inside the palette itself, this palette window. Okay, we have this common, and it contains the most popular views that a lot of developers using. Okay, and we have the text, and it's contain all the views that related to the text. For example, the text view to show a text, or the to enter text, so on and so forth. Okay, so we are going to take a look at them in our applications. We have the buttons tab. It's contain all the buttons type. For example, the buttons, the image button, the checkbox, the radio group, the radio button, toggle button, switch, and the floating action bar also. And we have the tab for widget. For the widget, it's contain really great thing that we can get a benefit from them. For example, a view, an image view, a web view, video view, calendar, progress bar, so on and so forth. And we have the layouts, okay, and we have a separate lesson for the layouts. Okay, so do not confuse yourself with this stuff. We have the containers tab, okay, and we have the Google, we have the latency, so forth and so forth, ladies and gentlemen. So all this stuff, guys, it's actually a normal type of view, okay, but what they did, it's actually they put them in very organized and clear way for us. Okay, with the previous version of Android Studio, all these views, okay, were in one tab. Okay, so we need to search for them, but now it's really great thing of adding this, like adding all these views like this. Now here we have the palette. As I said, it's contain all the available views with Android system, but here the component tree, it's contain only the views that we have added to our application. So this is the difference between them. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so this is the views and why we use them. For example, to add a text button, so on and so forth. Now going back to our diagram, let's continue reading where it says views are come with the default style from the Android system, and to change them we need to use the properties window, and the properties window help us to customize the views, like changing the color, size, background, width, and much more. I'm gonna go back to my Android system or Android Studio. For example, ladies and gentlemen, let me delete everything here in component tree, and here inside our palette, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna drag a button, okay, a button and drag it and drop it. Here we have added a button to our application, okay, and we should see it in our XML file, and we did. Now ladies and gentlemen, as I said, the views that we have added so far is the button. It's actually come with the default style with Android Studio. I mean by default style, the text color, the background color, okay, the text size, so on and so forth. Now to change this style, we need to work with this window here, right here, where it says properties window, or it's contain all the properties that's related to certain view. Okay, what we can do, ladies and gentlemen, we use this window to customize the views, okay, to add more our own style on them, and each view has its own window or a properties window. And to do this, for example, I'm gonna here search for, let's say, the background color. Okay, I'm gonna search for the property background, and here I'm gonna add, let's say, a color, another color, for example, the red. Okay, of course you do not have to do this, I just want to prove this for you. So as you can see, we have added it successfully. So we are using the properties window to change or to customize the views for ourselves. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that was our video about the views and how to customize them using the properties window. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are going to continue on in the next video.